Edibles must be legal. They must be allowed.
Thank you. Mr. Emery, the task force also said this about e-commerce mail order. Consideration should be given to ensuring that online retail sales have appropriate consumer safeguards to accommodate those who may not have access to storefronts, for example, small communities, rural and remote locations, mobility-challenged individuals. A direct-to-consumer mail-order system for non-medical cannabis should be considered. You're probably aware that C-45 does not contain a permanent national e-commerce platform. Is that a positive or negative thing in your opinion?
Well, a lot of these things depend on your interpretation. As representing the free market / black market, I would say that's more business for us if the government wants to neglect that area. But what we're really looking for in legalization is a reduction in the price over time, because something that's legal should be cheap. And right now, the price of marijuana is artificially high, and all the derivatives are way too high. People are spending far too much money on marijuana, and that's created a lot of the problems, is that it's attracted gangs, it's attracted criminals, it's attracting government. All I've heard from these fellows from the municipalities, how can we gouge the public for more money? We need more money. And somehow legalization is going to cost every single bureaucracy more than it did before. The cities are going to spend millions. The cops are going to spend millions more. You'd think we were doubling up on the criminalization, which we may well be doing, and that's why we have to spend all this money. Because it doesn't sound like legalization from anything I've heard from a municipality, from a provincial government, or from anybody here. It sounds like you're all into control and gouging as much money out of a vulnerable population of pot smokers as you can possibly get. And that, to me, is the real reason for this legislation. It's not to legalize pot. If it was legalized pot, Mr. Trudeau would say, Mr. Speaker, we have a majority. We've just removed cannabis from the schedule. My health minister will direct that, and from now on, the provinces are free to regulate. And that would be the whole legalization campaign. Instead, you've got 300 pages of a Cannabis Act that recriminalizes everybody, makes a huge bureaucracy of government at all levels, which we don't need, spends a lot more money, gives police more power. That sounds like prohibition.
Thanks.